Hello, my friends. So I wanted to give you an update on my garden back here. But before I do that, I want to give you the outfit of the day. So this is my everyday dress. I wear this all the time and I made it. I sewed this. Yes, I did. So I'm wearing my dress. It's like a muumuu, but not a muumuu. And I'm also wearing my boots. Oh, my boots. Yes, all the time. Anytime I'm out here in my garden, I wear my boots. Because you never know, you never know. When I walk, they make this funny squeaky noise. Of course, they're not going to do it right this second. But let me talk to you a little bit about my garden. Let me show you what I've got planted here. Put this down. So in this garden bed here, I have my Roma tomatoes, and here's little Roma, so cute. And I have these to help them be supported. And what I've been using to support my little plants is this Velcro thing. Let me show you. All right. So this Velcro little thing Velcros onto itself, and it doesn't harm the plant at all. And that way my plant is supported well, and it's not flopping over. Now, so next to my Romas, I have my lunchbox peppers. Here's my little lunchbox peppers, and I have some coming in. Here's a little baby. I'm holding the camera so weird, but hang in there with me. Next to my Roma tomatoes and my lunchbox, what are they called? Yeah, lunchbox peppers, I have marigolds. Marigolds help to deter any pests that will come and steal your fruit and your efforts on these veggies. So that's what I've got going on in this bed. Right next to it, I have my blueberry bush. It is pretty good size. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this blueberry bush here. I have not done anything to it. I mean, I planted it and I made sure it has irrigation. And this year alone, so far, it's given me about 2.5 pounds of blueberries. And that's what I have picked. Now my grandbabies come in and they pick the fruit right off of here, right off of the bush, and eat them. So as you can see here, sorry if I'm moving too much, but that one's almost ready, and so many are coming in. And it's beautiful. The plant is doing so good. All right, let's move on. So next to that, I have another bed. Here's my other bed. And this is yellow and red cherry tomatoes. I cannot believe this plant. Let me put you on the other side so we can talk a little bit more about it. Oh boy, how am I going to get over there? All right, here. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, here you are. All right, so can you see the amount of flowers that are coming in? All of these baby flowers are going to turn into tomatoes. And look how tall it is. I mean, look how big it is. It's doing so good. So we've got red and we've got yellow cherry tomatoes. And also inside here, I have marigolds. Again, I don't want any pests. So we've got that going on. The stalks are so big. It's really an impressive plant. And honestly, I don't know if I'm doing it right. Well, I mean, it looks like I'm doing it right, but I don't know. I just did my own thing. Here's what I did. Let me come and get you. So when I planted my tomatoes, what I did, look at the size of this stalk. Look at the size of this stalk. It's beefy. It's great. All right. Oh, so can you see? I'm holding it in place with this. All right. So this is what I did. When I planted my tomatoes, what I did is I planted it And then I trimmed off all of the bottom leaves off of it, just leaving the very tops. And then I'd come in and I'd trim again. And the next week I'd trim again. And I believe, I'm no expert, okay? I have no idea if this is right. This is what I have done, and I'm not telling you to do it, but go ahead and do it and try it. But it's working. And so what I feel like I did is, by trimming off the bottom leaves, is I was forcing it to grow upright. And the size of the stalks are impressive. They're the size of my thumbs. And I have so many tomatoes coming in. So give it a try. And I would see another one and I'd trim it off the bottom. And again, I believe it forced it all to grow upright and have a very strong base around it. And it's just going crazy. Let me show you some of my little tomatoes. Look at these babies. This is supposed to be a cherry tomato. I don't know, it looks like beefsteak. So beautiful. And again, like I mentioned, we've got my marigolds coming in here. Whoop. All right, see? I trimmed it and I didn't throw it away. All right, so right next to that bed, I have another blueberry bush. Again, I didn't do a thing to these things. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but whatever I'm doing is working. So here's another bush, and it's beautiful. Look at all of these. Look at all of these. So beautiful. So the next thing that I planted just a few days ago is this little baby. Let me put you lower. This here. This is my mini me cucumber. Let me show you. My mini me cucumbers. You know, these are the cute ones that you get at Trader Joe's that you can just chomp on. I love it. And I put this little bamboo trellis to help support them. They've actually grown since I put them in. And again, a little marigold to help it deter any pests, unwanted pests. But it's doing so well. I haven't put the drip line in, but that's my next thing that I might do today. But the soil is nice, it's moist, organic, beautiful. That's what I did with the other beds too. All organic, and I have them on a drip system. And I believe that that's really helping, because if I forget to come out here and water it, you know, it's gonna die. So that's what I did. Also, before I laid down these flower beds or these garden beds, I put down a sheet of gopher mesh, then weed barrier, then the boxes, and then around the boxes I put the, what is this thing called? Gravel? Not gravel. Rock? I think it's just called rock. So let me show you. Here it is. Here's the garden bed, and I got all of that in. Oh, and I also have, where is it on here? I don't know. Over there. Oh, there it is. Over here, I have a drain, and under this pot, I have another drain. So if it rains, that area is not going to be over flooded. We have drains. So that is it. Oh, one more thing. As you can see, I have a hoop system that goes across my flower beds. And right now, the sale has been pushed back. But in the heat of summer, we're talking in the dead heat of summer, when it is, you know, 85, 90, 95 out here, because it does get a little warm here where I live. It doesn't go past 100, but it gets very hot. I don't want my vegetables to get scorched, so I have that, and I will pull it over, and that seems to really make a difference. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about really quick is, I just realized that I forgot to mention this. My cherry tomatoes, you can see how tall they are, but my Roma is very short, and I think I came up with the answer for that. Let me tell you what I think it is. Where these beds are located, they are getting morning shade. That section where the Roma tomatoes are gets morning shade. So the sun doesn't really come to it. The morning sun doesn't get to it until about maybe 9:30, 10, and it's kind of, you know, it just happens where I put these beds. And I feel like the morning sun is what really makes these plants grow. So my cherry tomatoes get all of the sun all day long, but the Roma beds don't. And I feel like that's why the Roma is a much smaller scale. Yes, so when planting your vegetable garden, figure out the best spot. The best spot is going to be where they receive the morning sun, because it's not a scorching hot sun. I'm in 10A zone, planting zone 10A. So it gets hot here. It's Mediterranean weather. So think of bed placement, garden placement. And if you live in an area where it gets very, very hot, consider putting up a hoop system where you can shade them in the afternoon sun. I went to Amazon and I went and got those little, right there, those little things where I put my PVC pipe and then I secured my shade. This, I believe, is a 30% shade. That's all I need where I'm living. But check out the best shade for yourself. If you're interested in my little thing, I forgot what they're called, but holder, let me know and I will let you know where I got that. And anyway, that's it for today. I'm so excited. Let me know if you try out my thing about the tomatoes, you know, clipping all of the bottom leaves to promote growth upright. Also, the other thing is that it allows airflow underneath, and good airflow is good for the plant. All right, so until next time, see you soon.